Hello everyone! So for my case study today, I picked the hairpin overdose at Cedars-Sinai back in 2007. It made national news because it involved actor Dennis Quaid's newborn twins as well as another newborn. But more importantly, it showed how serious hospital mistakes can happen because of bad systems and not just human error. I chose this incident because it wasn't just a one-time mistake, it was an example of how stuff can go wrong in a hospital when systems aren't set up safely. I also really love children. Preparation phase, defining objectives. So I wanted to figure out why this happened, like what human systems issues were involved. Things like stress, poor communication, and bad design were all big factors. And these all tie into what we've been learning in this class about human error and safety. I used a mix of news reports, hospital documents, academic sources, and some of the ones were from the FDA, and of course our textbook by Martisoon and Hunter. I also looked at how human error models explain what went wrong. Investigation phase, reconstructing the scenario. So basically, the twins were given a super high dose of hairpin that was like 1,000 times stronger than what they should have gotten. The nurse grabbed the wrong vial because the labels looked almost the same, and no one caught on to it, probably because they were short-staffed and overwhelmed. Investigation phase, mapping human factors using the pair model. So I broke it down using the pair model. Basically, people were stressed, the environment was messy, the actions were not being double checked, and they didn't have all the resources that they needed, like barcode scanners. Analysis phase, identifying errors. The staff made a mix of slips and just assumed things were fine when they actually weren't. That's all normal people stuff when they're under a lot of pressure. So, some recommendations. To prevent similar accidents, we recommend mandatory barcode scanning for all medications, redesigning and implementing a staff fatigue management program, and mandatory 2-person verification policies for administering high-risk drugs. Analysis phase, systemic issues using the Swiss cheese model. The Swiss cheese model show how all the small cracks in the system lined up perfectly and allow for the mistake to be made. To stop things like this from happening again, hospitals need to do better at labeling things, include barcode scanning for medicines, better fatigue rules, and more double checking when it comes to dangerous medications and infants. So yeah, this whole thing wasn't just one nurse messing up, it was a whole system problem. And if hospitals take human error seriously and build better systems, then they can stop this from happening to other families. Thank you for your attention today. I hope you all have a wonderful day. And these are my references.